In the 16th century, when European sailing ships departed from the ports of Lisbon and Amsterdam, they were not searching only for gold or silk. They were searching for fragrance. A warm, sweet aroma with a gentle spice evoking hints of burnt wood and honey. In the ship's hold, among peppercorns and nutmeg, lay small dried fruits shaped like stars, modest in size, yet powerful enough to cross oceans. Unlike the black gold of pepper, star anise was neither metal nor gemstone. Yet it carried the form of a cosmic symbol. 8 pointed segments radiated outward like a celestial compass. In an era when maps were still marked by vast blank spaces, this wooden star became part of an emerging transcontinental trade network. Star anise Illicium verum is a plant species native to the subtropical regions of Southeast Asia. It is no coincidence that for thousands of years it did not naturally spread across other continents. Ecologically, the tree requires well-drained soil, high humidity without waterlogging, and a stable temperature cycle. This ecological specificity makes it poorly suited to harsh or excessively cold environments. In evolutionary biology, this is an example of endemic specialization, a form of localized adaptation. Geographic isolation allowed Illicium verum to preserve a remarkable degree of genetic integrity. Without extensive crossbreeding and largely untouched by early industrial cultivation, it maintained a chemically stable essential oil profile over centuries. Its essential oils, rich in anethole and shikimic acid, are not merely byproducts of metabolism. They are the result of selective pressure. In humid forest ecosystems, the tree must defend itself against fungi and insects. Its aromatic compounds function as chemical defenses, biological weapons shaped by evolution. Yet these very biological defenses would eventually become commodities. When humans began harvesting star anise systematically, it embarked on a journey far beyond the boundaries of the primeval forest. From the 15th to 16th centuries, maritime trade routes between East Asia and Europe expanded dramatically. Dutch and English merchants broadened their spice networks. Star anise, alongside cinnamon and cloves, was loaded onto ships bound for distant markets. Along the maritime Silk Road, spices were not merely culinary ingredients. They symbolized economic power. In medieval Europe, spices commanded high value not only for their flavor, but for their ability to preserve food and mask spoilage in a pre-refrigeration age. Star anise was initially regarded as an Eastern medicinal substance. It appeared in European pharmacopoeias as a digestive aid and warming remedy. Gradually, however, it transitioned from precious medicine to luxury spice. Commodity exchange is never simply the transfer of physical goods. It is the transmission of meaning. When star anise arrived in Europe, it carried with it narratives of a mysterious and distant East. In a world not yet globalized, each star-shaped pod served as tangible evidence of oceanic connection. And the history of trade is written not only in steel and currency, but in fragrance. The 8-pointed form of star anise carries it beyond the boundaries of cuisine. In many East Asian cultures, the star shape symbolizes balance and orientation. Its symmetry evokes a sense of cosmic order. In certain communities, star anise has been used in rituals to dispel negative energy or as incense in spiritual ceremonies. Its striking geometry and intense aroma transformed it into a sacred object. This reflects cultural symbolism, the process through which plants are assigned metaphysical meaning. Yet at the same time, in Japan, a closely related species, Illicium anisatum is used as incense rather than as a spice because it contains toxic compounds. The morphological similarity paired with chemical divergence creates a civilizational paradox. One species becomes food, the other ritual. This intersection of theology and botany reveals something profound. Humans do not harvest plants solely for their biological value, but also for their symbolic power. To survive months at sea, star anise had to be preserved with precision. Harvesting occurs while the fruit is still green, followed by sun-drying until it deepens into a reddish-brown hue. Drying is not merely dehydration. It stabilizes cellular structures and concentrates essential oils. If dried too quickly, volatile oils evaporate. If dried too slowly, mold develops. It is a delicate equation of moisture control, one that ancient traders mastered through experience. Pre-modern post-harvest technology relied on no electronic moisture meters. Instead, it depended on observation color shifts, aroma intensity, and the hardness of the pod. Post-harvest technology formed the foundation of long-distance trade. If essential oils degraded, commercial value diminished. In the 17th century, a spoiled shipment of spices could mean financial ruin. As a result, the craft of drying and preserving star anise reached a remarkable level of sophistication. It reminds us that technology does not exist only within factories. It exists in accumulated knowledge within the hands of farmers and merchants. Today, star anise appears in a bowl of Vietnamese pho, in European pastries, in liqueur, and even in pharmaceutical formulations. Its journey reflects a broader principle. No commodity is ever merely material. Each dried star is an intersection of biology, commerce, belief, and technology. From the deep forests of Southeast Asia to global dining tables, star anise demonstrates that the history of civilization is built not only through empires and wars, but also through small, fragrant objects that travel the world. And when you hold a single pod of star anise in your hand, you are not merely holding a spice. You are holding a fragment of a world map where sea routes, ecosystems, and cultural symbols once converged in the shape of a wooden star.